Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another wargaming and miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with my World War II project update. And part of that update is I've got all the terrain boards finished. As you can probably see on the screen there, I got all the terrain boards. I got my table laid out, the full 9-foot ping pong table. Now I marked off about 6 inches on the end there with those cardboard boxes. That's my artificial wall there. Because the table that I'm going to be laying out is, and I'm looking down here because that's my camera, my monitor, where my camera's up here. So if I'm not looking at you, sorry. The battlefield is going to be 8 feet long. So that's going to leave me about 6 inches on this end. We're going to lay this out. But what I'd like to do is start a clock that's going to give me an idea of how fast. Now I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to try to lay it out, put it out, just see how long it takes me to set up. Because at a convention, you know, you got a limited amount of time to set up your table, bring out your miniatures, get the dice ready, get the rule books, charts, and all that stuff ready. So I considered boxing everything up in a tub or however I'm going to be carrying it to the convention, and then getting a more accurate time to lay it out. But I feel like I really don't need to do that. I've got a couple of boxes on the wall there. Got my building set up, got my tiles, and then I've got some dice and stuff over here on the wall. And since I'm going to have to go find them and reach for them, that's going to increase the time. So that's actually going to give me a buffer of understanding once we get there. I want to make sure that I can get everything set up and ready to go in about 30 minutes. If it takes me longer than that, that's good to know, right? Okay. And also when I get it all set up, I'll know if I have everything ready. It's kind of like the first time I've actually gotten it set up. And then I'll leave it overnight, and then we'll play tomorrow. And when Mason and I play tomorrow, I think I'm going to live stream it. So we're going to start around 12 o'clock my time. We're going to live stream it. So come and check that out. This is only part one, the setup. This is a recording. It's going to be timed. You know, get out my stopwatch. I don't have a stopwatch. I'll just look at my computer and kind of get a general idea. Okay, so it looks like it's 11:40 right now at night, and I'm just going to try to shoot for 11:45 on my clock. So it'll be, now I might edit some of this out so you don't see everything, but I'll let you know exactly how long it takes me. So it's 11:40. 2 blankets. I'm going to be bringing this very thick, heavy tarp is going to be laid down first, right? And then on top of it, I'm going to be laying my normal battlefield terrain cloth, so it's going to be double layered. Primarily because at the convention, they don't give you one large table. They don't even give you 2 large tables. They're going to give me these 1.5 foot by 6 foot tables, and they'll give me a number of them side by side with a tablecloth on top, and then I will set up on top of that. So I will have probably a 6 foot width, unless I decide, no, I'm not going to put them this way, because that would only be 3 foot wide or 4.5 foot wide if I put 3 side by side. So what I'll do is I'll have tables this way, which are 6 foot, and then get enough of them that are 1.5 feet in depth to get the full length of the table. Okay, so this is going to be going on second. So I'm going to be running up to my table with this ready to go. It's not, right? And then I'll be running up to the table with this. I'll have these guys in boxes. Basically, I've got these 2-foot boxes that I'll be storing them in. I'll have 3 of these boxes to hold all these tiles. And then I've got my troops right here, my buildings, some trees and hedges right there. And I should have pretty much everything ready to go. We just gotta get started. All right, it is 11:45. Here I go. I might use a different one of these, but I'm using this one today because it is very heavy. And very thick. It's actually got a plastic coating on it, making it waterproof. I don't care about that. I don't care about the waterproof nature of it. But I like it because it lays flat, because it's so heavy. I guess the waterproofing, yeah, the waterproofing is what makes it so heavy. Okay, that is down. And then I'll come at it with a little bit of a, see now that just makes the table look completely flat, even though I know for a fact there's a big hole in the middle here, and it's also not even. Now this gives a little bit of that, what do you call it? Because it's soft and squishy because of the pile, the fuzz, it's kind of a very fuzzy blanket. It'll give the tiles something kind of cushiony to sit on, so they might lay flat. Or not, what's the word I'm looking for? They might lay flat. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Now I considered, plus it gives the tiles grip. So when I put the tiles on, the bottom of the tiles will grip onto this. Now I was thinking maybe I want to tuck this as well. Sure, why not? It's not going to be as easy. I won't have these boxes at the convention, obviously, to worry about. So I won't have to worry about tucking it or anything like that. These are just gonna, it's just gonna extend over both ends of the table like it is here. Okay. Those are all down. That is an empty box. Okay. All right, now we're ready for tiles. This is the most complicated part because they've got to go on in a special way. And I've been thinking I should maybe number them or label them so that I don't make a mistake when laying them down. Hold on. I don't remember where that goes. Okay. And that's part of the problem. Okay, I know where this one goes, and I want to give myself a little bit of room on the end of this table, about 6 inches. Okay, I do think this goes right there. I think this goes right here. Okay, I've got a little extra room here. Okay, so that gives me a little bit of area to work with, you know, with dice or templates and stuff like that. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think this one goes here. Going to go there. He's going to go there. He's going to go on the far side. He's going to go somewhere here. And then this guy's going to go right in there. Okay, so let's start piecing it together. Not that I already am. Most importantly, line the tiles up, squeeze them nice and tile. See, this one's a little bit extra, but that's okay. I did that on purpose. The edges didn't have to be exactly perfect because, oh, they're the edges. So far, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, it only goes one way. What was I thinking? Okay. I made it, so it only goes one way. Okay, since I'm over here, let's work with this. Okay, there's a little bit of a cant. We'll get that straightened up once we get to the other side. Okay, let's do the other side. Bring the microphone up a little bit closer so that it's not so far away. Yeah, it doesn't want to move. That's good. That means it's gripping to this. Okay, making sure the roads are all lined up. That looks good. I put my finger in the water and it felt really cold. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, there's a little. Now I thought about putting magnets on there or whatever, so when they lay down, they go snap and they snap together. But I don't think that's necessary. I don't think we need to go all out like that. Okay, that's good. So 11:56. That took 11 minutes to do all that. Okay, let's keep going. Bridge. That looks good. That looks exceptionally good. Okay. Gotta love that. Right, I think this guy's going to go over here somewhere. Sometimes it's a little hard to reach all the way across. In the shop. I thought it went over here. We'll figure it out. Okay, we're going to take a short break. Okay, at 11:58, we're breaking. Okay, it's 12:05. We're going to go ahead and resume with the hedges and the bocage. I'm just going to throw the bocage out in general areas, even if it's not the right length. It's basically just letting me know, and then I can adjust. I can shuffle the right length on where they belong. So that's going to be bocage. That's bocage. No, it's too long. That's all right. See, now I'm making like minor adjustments because they're pretty much where they need to be. They're just little minor adjustments. Okay, I've got a few extra little pieces that I don't remember I needing, or where they go. That's okay. We'll just go with that. And put these in there as emergencies. Okay. There is an orchard, which I just made a few of these strips to make it easy to lay some trees down. But really, I think just laying trees down might be the better way to go instead of these strips. Yeah, that's like all the strips I have, and that's not enough to cover. So what I might do, yeah, I guess that's fine. Put a few individual trees in there. See, I don't know if that looks good, but we're going with it. Or I guess I could grass them. That might make it look better. If I put grass on those sticks. Okay. 12:34. 12:34. Okay, so right now it's taken me about 45 minutes to get this thing all set up. Wow. Alright guys, I had stopped setting up the hedges and everything around 12:35. So that tells me that it's going to take about 45 minutes. That's with the break. So it's going to take me about 45 minutes to get everything set up terrain-wise. That doesn't even count the troops and the rules and the dice. But none of that is important immediately, because as I'm explaining the rules, or as we are deploying our troops, that would be after the players get there and the session starts. So that would be, at 9 o'clock. I do believe the session starts at 9 o'clock. I can have the troops out on the table, ready for them to assume command of their troops. The Americans are going to be in this corner here, and then the Germans are going to be pretty much everywhere on this hill slope over here. One of the objectives, I do believe, is over here. Another objective is down here, and another objective is probably in here somewhere. And then in my head, knowing, but I could also put like little markers out saying these are where the objectives are, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep that, I want to keep the players guessing. And they're going to, so I personally know where the objectives are going to be, and and I'll tell them where they are, but I won't pinpoint them on the map. I'll just say this intersection, this town intersection, this bridge or farm is considered an objective. And if I see that they've got units within 5 inches and there's no enemy within 10 inches, what I'll do is I'll just tell the opponent of that player that occupies that space, I'll say, oh, by the way, you just need to draw a battle counter because they have the objective, or something like that. And they'll be saying, but I got guys close. Yeah, but they're not close enough, or whatever. So I don't need to tell them all the rules. I basically just need to tell them kind of how to play. Off camera, I did add a couple of trees in there just as filler. I don't really count that as necessary, but I thought it would look good if they were out there on the road, because there actually is supposed to be some trees along the edge there. Plus, it'll just look better. It looks like everything is set up. I'm feeling good, but still, 45 minutes was a little bit longer than I anticipated. So if I get there at 8 and start setting up, that should give me about 15 minutes of leeway or wiggle room, or whatever you want to call it. It'll give me that 15 minutes to get out the dice and the charts and the template. There aren't any templates, but dice and the figures for the game. But tomorrow when we go live, now you might not get a chance to see this before we go live because it's late. It's 12:30 midnight. But we're going to go live around noon, and you'll see me explain the rules as if I was at the convention to Mason, because he's never played yet, and we'll show off the battlefield, and he'll be all excited. Hopefully he likes it, and we'll want to come back and play some more. We'll also, because it's going to be live streamed, I'll be able to go in afterwards and maybe see exactly my mistakes, or because it'll be recorded on YouTube at the same time it live streams, because anytime it live streams it'll be recorded automatically. It'll be uploaded, so I can always go back in later and see if we made some mistakes, or if I said something I shouldn't have, or if there were some misunderstandings and that'll help me to clarify those rules during the convention, because I don't want to mislead or misrepresent the what the troops can do, etc. All right, so I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to upload it, and then we'll resume tomorrow at noon. All right, I'll see you then.